3, 2, 1. Thunderbirds are go.
Hello and welcome to the next Thunderbird 2 video. I hope that you have calmed down from the excitement that was last week's when we actually saw the mechanical Thunderbird 2 working. Here's a little clip while I talk for those of you who did miss it. It works smoothly, it's very clicky, very noisy, but it does work, which is fantastic. And I promise this video isn't going to be anticlimactic, it is going to be brilliant because we're starting a brand new pod. Pod 4, quite the iconic pod because it holds obviously Thunderbird 4, and we're also starting the most iconic pod vehicle I think ever, the Mole. And here are the first parts of the Mole ready and waiting to go. Yeah, I'm very excited about building the Mole. I'm looking at the parts and I'm not going to show you, but the Mole is huge compared to the other pod vehicles. I'm sure that when it's all done, you know, I'll do comparisons, I will. But yeah, it is huge. So that is very cool and very exciting. So to start off with then, we had the same wheels like we always do with these pod vehicles. It came in two parts and you glue them together, and there is a spiky side for the treads, but we just move the wheels aside for now, and we just take this part here with these two circle parts. What we need to do is push this detailing into these circle parts just like this. So there goes one, like that. And make sure you do it so that the red rim is showing. See the red side there? If you do it the other way, the red side won't show as well. And then he says, as this one's not wanting to go in. Go on. Go in. Maybe I'll try the other way around. Oh yeah, okay. There we go. I had got it wrong. Haha. And those parts are in very tight, but if you do want to add just a drop of glue onto those circle parts there, you can. And I will. Oops. Because, yeah, for that reason, I don't want any parts coming out. It's just a little drop, just to hold it secure like that. You then need to get these silver parts here. Very small detailing. The same detailing on either side. And we need this part of the Mole. Look at that detailing. Fantastic. Really love the paintwork on these silver parts. Came out looking really, really nice. And we just need to push the silver parts up through that hole there and that hole there. Yeah, okay. I just had to check at the instructions there. You want it so that these four parts here, silver parts here, are at the front. And so you want these parts to be coming through there like so, and that's what it looks like at the top. Okay, so that's how you want it, and then you do the same for this side, push it through there like that. Actually, they are slightly different. Have I got these in the right way? I have got these in the right way, but just make sure you have a look, because that is the pattern on one of them with a little dent cut out there. This one is more smooth, like that. And what you can do if you want to is pop a bit of glue just to secure them in on the ridge side there. Push that back in. So I'm just going to push this one out slightly. Put some glue and push it back up. And that will secure it like that. You then need to glue these lugs like so. just a little bit in the holes there. And we need it so that this is the front with the red trim parts that we just did, and just push it together like that. That is starting to look like the mole. You know, at the end of Thunderbirds where it zooms in on that part and then zooms out to reveal the mole? This clip here. That is that part all done, which is pretty sweet. Now you see that we do have holes coming through there like that, and this is where we attach the wheels, of course. So just bring back your wheels and get one of the spokes and just push it into one of the wheels there like that. This is the front, so the spiky wheel is going to be at the back, so you just push that through there like that. Just push them together like that. In fact, let's do the spiky wheel so that I don't mess up. Just push it into the back there. Like that. And then do the same for the next two sets of wheels. Ooh, there we go. And push. Push. And the final set of wheels. One like that. And push it down like that. And there we have the wheels of the mole. Looking great. And then these big tyres, they seem bigger than normal, these tyres. Or these tracks, I should say. And you just fit them around. If you are building this along with me, we've done this so many times now. It's like second nature. Just fit them on there like that. And that is the bottom of the mole, he says. Second nature, and he's got it wrong. There we go. There we go. And that is the mole all done. The bottom part of the mole, not the mole. Yeah, this is the mole all done, folks. It's nothing like you saw in the show. It's a new pod vehicle. No, that is the bottom of the mole all done, which is pretty cool. And I have forgot to put a part in. Whoops, I really have. Have I done this? Have I messed this up? Ah, no, I haven't messed it up, because you do have to glue the chassis together before you put this part in anyway. But yeah, you get this hydraulic pump, which will obviously push the mole up. You just get the thicker side and push it into the center there, and then just leave it loose. Just leave it loose like that. It doesn't feel right to just leave it loose, but yeah, that is what you do. So that is it for the mole for now. Join me after the break, where we're going to be starting on pod 4. Okay, so as you know, we have just finished putting our first touches to the fantastic mole pod vehicle. And if this pod vehicle isn't enough for you, then the Jerry Anderson official store has this fantastic mole kit that is ready and waiting to buy right now. It is of course not at the same scale as the mole we are currently building. It is much larger, filled with fantastic details, and you can customize it with your own paint jobs or anything like that. So if you want a bit more mole in your life, then go over to the Jerry Anderson official store and pick up that kit. And while you're there, check out the fantastic range of Big Chief Studio figures that are available now. Scott and Virgil are available today. You can buy it today and you'll get it within the next few days. Or Alan, Gordon and John are available for pre-order as well. So go over to the Jerry Anderson official store today, have a little browse, check out these fantastic things. And anything you do buy with the links down below helps out the channel. So it's a win-win. You help out the channel and you get something nice for yourself. So take some time, go over to the Jerry Anderson official store today. Hello and welcome back. So we are moving on now, as I'm sure I've said maybe before, to building or starting to build pod 4. Now, some of you might be thinking, why are you building 2 pods? Why are there 2 pods in this build? Is it because they want to kind of fill in the gap or fleece us for money, what have you? It's not that. Pod 3 is your generic everyday pod vehicle. Pod 4, for those of you who've seen the show, I'm preaching to the converted, but Pod 4 is very specific for Thunderbird 4. It has the ramp that launches Thunderbird 4, and all of Thunderbird 4's equipment is stored in Pod 4. So that's why they've given us Pod 3 as a generic one and Pod 4. So you get all these pieces for Pod 4 in these issues. So I'm just going to clear them all to one side and bring back one of the doors and show you how to build one of the doors, because it's exactly the same for both doors, and it's exactly the same with how we built the last pod doors with Pod 3. So the first thing you do is you get this part here and you get this connector part here and you put it in like that, making sure the connector looks like that and is center to the plastic part there. And then you get some glue. Oh, look, it's stuck in there. But then you get some glue and we just glue the pegs there like that. And just some glue on these edges like that. And then just pop that on there. And then while that starts to kind of set, you bring in this hinge part. Make sure these brown parts face this way, just like that. And then we get one of these very small silver pole parts. You see it's got like a texture side this side and just a regular side this side. It's the regular side that you want to push into the hole. It's the point of having a zoomy camera if I'm not going to zoom in, eh? So the regular side just goes in the hole there like that. Oops. And then you just thread it through the hole of the hinge. Which is a little fiddly to do. Just angle the camera so I've actually got the table to work on it. Come on. There we go. There we go. Okay, so this textured side, you now push that in and that sets it in place. It pushes into the plastic and holds firmly in place there, like that. So it's a pretty neat design. This second one should be easier because it's already in place because we just did the other side. Yep, straight in like that. And then just push it down. Essentially like a screw would, and just hold it in place. If you can't do it with your fingernail, which I'm struggling with, just anything will do. Just to push it in, make sure it's flush there like that. And that is the hinge all attached like that. Make sure that this part hasn't fallen out because it is prone to do that. And also make sure that you put this so the number 4 is the right way round, which is this way. And then you just push it on there like that and the glue will start to set. While that glue starts to set, we just get these springs here. We put one on this little hook there and one on this little hook there, like that. And that is the door all completed. So that is the rear door. You know that because it hasn't got any textured lines. And then this is the front door. And I've just realised, I've put the hinge on wrong on this one. You're meant to have it so the hinge is like that with the brown parts facing the door, and I've done it wrong on this one. That's okay, I can take that apart at a later date. But these are the doors all done. The springs will fall off, we'll attach them in the next video. Really nice iconic number 4 there, looking great. And that is the end of this video because this is all the parts that we get to do on Pod 4 this time. So more of Pod 4 next time. I hope you'll join me for that, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. Until next time guys, take care, FAB, bye bye. I just want to thank my patrons John Medney, Jay Felschenbauer, Tom Butcher, Jerry Wilson, Omar Khan, Gary Lewis, Simon Edwards, John Dunseith, Glenn Philo, Andrew Woods, Fabio Gugel, Simon Dunn, Brick Bardo, Thomas Parker, David Cunningham, Mark Frampton, Louis Pays, Terry Schwanditz, Donovan Asmawid Jaja, James Brown Jr., Jan Hendrik Volbeer, the Mitatonic University Podcast, Dave Westbury, Michael Chambers, Marcus Simon, Vince Steele, Savigny Barrett,
Michael Anderson,
and Flash. Without you guys, this video would not have been possible, so thank you very much.